It says we are live.
And we are live.
Yes, we're inside.
We inside.
Yeah, dog. Kind of got put on a shot, dog.
We inside. Yo.
Everybody raving about
I
being
was
outside.
talk
We inside.
dog, I was talking to Ula. This post notification shit does work. I just get a notification on my phone that we live on Drinks with the Fellas,
On the tube of
episode
you,
71. Don't touch my chair.
don't touch my clotting chair, dog. Don't touch it.
Yes. 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 I love it. Hey, this was a interesting week on the
Yeah,
internet, dog.
yeah. The internet was wailing.
This was an interesting week on the internet, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We should change the order here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. This one go all the way down
Everything behind me. Everything behind me. But pass now.
here. Okay. All right. We gonna go. How was your week, boy? What happened? What happened?
We're going to discuss this later. Um, yeah, man. My week was alright. Hanging in there, doing this thing, trying to keep myself, job, business, everything floating. You know how that is going already. Plenty work.
Mm-hmm. Hey
Lot of
man, I understand. I juggling this, taking on more work as a videographer while still at Postonel, just trying to get as much clients as possible so I could just, slowly step away, step back from Postonel, because
I feel you.
yeah, I
I
count the
feel you.
days now. I count the
Mm-hmm.
days now.
Good shit. Good
These
shit.
days,
Good shit.
count the days.
So what been going on with you?
Why a lot of work, dog. A lot of work. Let me see what's been going on over here. I went to a party last night to film again. I was busy editing that. It was
Okay.
cool. It was let me see. It was
What
a
type of
lot of
party?
music. It was like kizumba, zouk, soca, dancehall, afro. Yeah, it's like a Caribbean tropical thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Something for the melanated.
Yeah, basically. But it was a lot of, 8.5 by 11s there still.
Of course. They want to be in the thing.
I
It's
can't
inevitable.
believe what's new over there is a Martin man. I
Oh, you know what's going
you
on?
know
We
what?
have crisis on the French side.
What
We have crisis on the French side.
what kind of crisis?
The last 3 or 4 weekends, there's been some outlandish shootings and all kinds of fuckery happening over there. I don't know why. I think either yesterday or this morning, all this somebody turn up a car in St. James, I think it is. And then I know if I remember like 2 weeks ago they had a shooting that started in by one of the clubs and ended in French Quarter.
I under
Unless
a rock. I don't know nothing about
unless
this.
unless that was two separate shootings, but yeah, there's that. Um Somebody else was shot yesterday. I don't know if he died or not, but there are pictures and videos of him laying in the street.
But what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, them are wilding over there. I think the sun really getting to people.
What's going on with people, bro?
The sun really getting to them is hostile.
Hostile alone? No man. I know what's going on with people at all. Like what? Yeah, man so smart for so much to be happening right now. And like ever. Like man so smart for shit like that to be going on this frequently. That's what I feel.
You know, I used to share that sentiment until I really break it down. Um, Something one of my teachers teach me. The man say if it could happen in your household, it could happen on the street. And anything that I see happen that I witnessed in a household or could see it happening in a certain household, I'd be like, yeah, My household is way smaller than wherever St. Martin represents.
Okay.
So for me, it's like these people just need to behave. Find something to do. When
All
Charlie,
right.
all is well.
Charlie Coconut. And I can't get over that.
Bring that man's like Kana one time.
Big up.
In the studio? Oh, you can hear me?
You're
Yeah.
inside.
You're live.
What goes on, folks? Excuse my tardiness. Man's on the job. So if you see me abruptly just leave, you know what good.
Don't do it too abrupt. Cause it might look like a shootout happening.
Well, I mean, this is the
This
Belgrade,
man, this man is
That's what I'm talking about,
this man basically embodying the fucking song from Father Fox. If you see me ducking. Okay, now we're there, Kana.
My man here is a little bit quiet, so I hear ducking customers and but manager at the same time because she here for a bit.
Okay.
How was your week?
Same shit, different day, but trying to make more money. How are young men
That
saying?
that part. That part.
Bye bye.
That
We
part.
here. We here.
Oh, hey,
Mm.
me the vibing back.
Aye.
Okay, so I bet.
Aye.
Ducking.
Man, just dash the phone. I hope they fall in ice
That's
or
it.
something.
The man is he ducking. All right.
So
Where you
what?
gonna start, yeah, boy? Where you gonna start?
What's the first
Where you
topic? What's the first
All
topic?
right, all right, all right, all right. Let's really get to the nitty gritty here, fam. Okay, I got a song here that I
Mm-hmm.
would love to use. Right, I would love to use this song to introduce y'all to the next and first topic. If I could find it, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna take out the Bluetooth there for a while so I could hear this.
Charlie, Canada's never behave. FYI. Hey, why the man having a moment? Hmm. Okay, hold on. You have to do that one more time because he was on mute. I didn't want to interrupt.
I good now?
No, you're good. Now you can run the tune.
Cool. Oh, you didn't hear Jude?
No, he was on mute.
Why was I on mute?
I don't know. Oh.
Aye. I heard this side.
I didn't. I don't know if you have on like cancellation for background noises and thing, and when the
I don't
sound come
know.
on, it just
Anyway,
cancel it.
we can't hear it anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, let's talk
Mhm.
about this brawl happening in the battle of the races. Battle of the races.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Let's talk about the Montgomery brawl.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's been called, the Montgomery brawl. The song name is Montgomery brawl. So if you
Wow.
want to know what the song is, type in Montgomery brawl song on YouTube. You sure will find it at the top.
Okay then.
All right. So basically, let me see if I could. Let me see which one it was. This one? No, right. Let me see if I can find it. I don't wait. Ah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, found it.
Stop playing with these niggas.
Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one, but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the guard. Montgomery Brawl.
So that's the song.
Oh my god.
Okay. From what I can remember, this is what the situation was.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a white dude that own a yacht, that own a boat, wherever it is. He
Mhm.
wants to park his boat or yacht, wherever it is, at a certain spot. That was reserved for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The security, who's black, is trying to tell this man, listen, you can't keep your boat over there. You're gonna have to move because somebody else with a bigger boat, I guessing, is supposed to be parked there. So the white people then didn't feel like, they didn't feel like they should be moving it because they park it there, they want to park it there, the entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that didn't want to move the boat started going on hostile with the security that was working at the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Hostile, and then start showing hands. And then the apparently this is the universal bat signal for black people. Man take his hat, show it up in the air like Bobby Schmurder, and start fucking showing hands down.
Wait, so the security throw he had.
The security show he hat. You see it, man. Look. I think it's
Stop playing with these niggas.
Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one, but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out.
Yeah, he do that like Bobby Schmurder self, yeah.
The man show it up and then start, showing hands. No, it was 2-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I don't know if the black people across there on the other boat or somebody else from over yonder to infinity and beyond see the hat go up in the air and say, hey, what? Start heading that direction and just start, brawling by them.
Okay,
That
but
next thing you know,
why was so many people over there where this was happening? What was so special about that area? Like, is that event or something?
I don't know. It just so happened that, and it was there. The black were hot.
Listen, right? That video shows one pivotal thing, right? One thing specifically that video does allude to, in my opinion, right? That once united, we are unstoppable. Now, if only we could unite on fronts other than violence, I think we would make very, very big strides forward.
You know what's the crazy part? They have people are saying that the last time black people was disunited was the Black Panther movement.
That's wild.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You check?
Okay, wait. Let me add a little bit of context.
Ah.
Let me add a little bit of context. What it was, the ferry was supposed to dock there. Supposedly is a ferry that has run how to say, every so often, and it was going from one place to the next. And the ferry, and they want to move, the white people, they want to move for the ferry. That's why. And that's why so many black people was there at the same time too. because they start when the ferry find one partner jump off the boat and start swimming to go and help,
He
and
jump
then
off the ferry that had to park up there.
yeah, and then when the ferry park up, that's where you see the rest of the gang show up and come to think.
And
That's
them,
why so many people was there at the same time. I got
them other ones probably couldn't swim, so they had to stay on the boat. Yeah.
All right, so that's the context then.
Okay.
All right, man, popping,
Okay.
give the context and what's.
Yeah. Blessings for the context, kinda.
Oh God, let me see. Oh God. Wagwan Tim. Let me tell you about Tim.
Tim.
Let me tell you about Tim, right? Tim works at the basic fit that I just go to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Tim is the coolest white dude here in Holland I know. Swear to God. Every time he greet me, he just greet me with Wagwan. Man got the accents down. So from the time I see Wagwan, I didn't have to read the name. I know it's Tim. Shout out
You
Tim.
know, Tim. Tim in the building. Bless up yourself, Tim.
Bless up Tim.
Bless up yourself.
So yeah, but that would kill me. A lot of people saying it's the first time I see a black person swim towards a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude with the chair. Now he was arrested. He was taken into custody. And he just got let out yesterday. He out of custody. I think some of the other guys there that turned himself in, the other one, I think that initiated the fight. I think he's facing charges, maybe. I don't know. Don't.
I heard the police just watched them fight for a while.
Yeah, they watched them fight for a while. Even the dude with the chair get away with some swings until he swing and hit the woman.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean,
so
when I say
we got a video there.
It wasn't like
video.
No, this man was like.
Oh, wait. Kana was asking if we got a video there.
We ain't got a video there, Sino.
Yeah.
Well,
Let go. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the head off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl.
Yo, the dude that jump off the boat and swim to the fight, this man make sure, listen, I done got wet, I done swam over, I gonna show some hands. Yo, this man rock these people, you know. This man show hands, body slam, man, them dogs, yo.
Yeah, he come to fight. He come to fight.
Yo, he come for smoke.
Yeah. He come with all that energy.
Man said, yo, listen, I swam. I am going to throw hands. I ain't swimming up for nothing, but.
Well, are you seeing how everybody's saying the new black back signal is when man show they hat in the air now? That's not universal. That's universal. That's black people saying. All right. Meet the baby back.
The man showed a hat up with. Yo, he just showed a hat up now. Showed a hat up and pose like.
That gotta be Bobby's mother uncle or something. Now.
Hey man. Yo. I thought you were gonna do the shmoney dance now.
Yes.
I thought the man go.
Ali just said the dude that was swimming only 16 now.
What?
Only 16. He come over there with that kind of violence, you know.
That no number 16-year-old at all, boy.
Aye.
What the fuck? This man 16?
No, Ali said I ain't really follow up on nothing with the fight. I saw a brief picture or video of it, and the video I saw indeed was when the dude was swimming. I was like, what is he doing now?
Is the narrating, dog. If you see the raw video without the sound effects, without the music in the background, the people narrating the video, shout out to y'all, could have made it 10 times more entertaining. Yo, yeah, beat her ass. Yeah, she deserves it too. I would say, wow. Yo, people getting thrown in the water, hit with chair, body slam.
That was some Royal Rumble type shit, by.
Yo, it was a dog. It was a real Royal Rumble, dog. Like they're not playing. They really call it Montgomery Brawl. It was a brawl.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Dog. Fuck up.
Boy. Now let's keep this energy going and unite on some better fronts and let's progress as a people.
I hope we progress in a non-violent way moving forward together.
Yeah.
As much as I am proud of the unity, let's try and unite. Let's keep unite. Yes, let's keep the united front, but move forward in different aspects.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Man, all right, listen. All right, let's go on to some what could be disappointing news for some. So since we're talking about violence,
there's more violence.
I think it was in 2020. Tory Lanez allegedly shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
And this case has been an emotional roller coaster for a lot of people that seem to be emotionally invested in what's to come in this, in this sentencing. So Tory Lanez has been sentenced to 10 years.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, sentenced to 10
but
years.
as far as I could remember when the trial was going on, there was nothing specifically concrete or consistent about the opposing party's case because the story changed so many times. So I understand how they still managed to force on a 10-year like that.
But you see, the thing is, the reason why they couldn't really they I don't know, maybe the reason why they didn't dismiss it because instead of Tory Lanez fighting for his actual innocence and just his innocence, they was fighting the case just to create reasonable doubt. So they keep on implying that what you saying that I'm accused of doing, I didn't do, but they didn't actually say, okay, what the fuck happened then? They didn't explain what happened. They just keep on saying that you saying that happened, I didn't do that. You understand? So maybe because it was trying to fight the case to create reasonable doubt to throw out the case, period. That's why it turned out the way that it did.
I personally think, and I think I had said the first time when my man was covering the trial when it was going on, so I think it's two reasons why he gets sentenced, dog. As an example, because he's a fella and she's a woman, she can play the victim card as one. And the second one being the fact that he had recently come up with a way for artists to sell the music without the labels and to keep all the royalties and help everybody get rich along with selling the music as well. And all kind of things like that. He had come up with it. He had posted videos and all kind of thing like that. I think that's also part of the reason why they had to just put him away for a while. I think they do that to make an example. He had to be made an example of. I believe so.
Yeah, I think Tory Lanez does have kids. Yeah, he has a kid as far as I remember.
The boy, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, right, there's a lot of stuff surrounding the situation. A kid losing a parent is always a loss. Yep, I agree. I
Definitely,
agree with that.
definitely, definitely. That's big facts.
But there is a theory that's floating around and rumors floating around as to what caused the ruckus between Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion, her ex best friend, and what name is Kylie Jenner. So basically, this is what's floating around here. Could be cock sources, rumors, facts. I don't know. Don't take my word for it, but I just say what I hear. Um, Tory Lanez was whatever situation that he had a situation with Meg Thee Stallion.
Mhm.
And apparently, I think Tory Lanez was allegedly hitting on her best friend as well, or she was hitting on him as well. But Kylie Jenner had a party by their house. I think it was a pool party by her house, and they all three went there. And Tory Lanez had the same, like he was actually hitting moves, or there was some flirtatious energy going on between Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner. I don't know what conspired, but Meg Thee Stallion was leaving with her best friend, and when they were leaving, they came back. I think they came back for something. Meg said that she forgot something, came back, saw what was going on between Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner, and all of them left in the same Jeep or some shit like that, and then shit went left. That's what I hear, roughly. I really paraphrased the whole shit out of that rumor, but that's the gist of what I remember of that rumor.
Can I interject? Can I
Yes, please.
interject? So what happened was Tori was fucking both of them. Tori was fucking Meg and the best friend. Kylie had a pool party by her. There was all videos, Instagram live, all kind of shit with them being in the pool and whatnot. Supposedly, allegedly, Tori was flirting with Kylie as well. Like what Sino was saying, when Meg had come and see that, she got upset and then she dragged Tori with her as well. In the Jeep, they start cussing, and that's when it come out. Tori was everybody was drunk and whatnot, and during the cussing, Tori was like, she tell Meg, oh yeah, or she tell the best friend. Either which way, he said that, oh yeah, why you gonna when you gonna stop lying to the girl and tell her that we've been fucking for so long, this and a whole bunch of shit. That's what whole bunch that's how shit started to pop off, and that's how the whole argument started to happen inside the Jeep, which led to the shooting and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, Tori got one son. I think that was like 9. Um, well, I was listening to her, but oh yeah, that's just more or less the context. Well, the sentencing is concerned. I find 10 years is excessive, especially when they show, to me at least, the defense show that definitely I find that they definitely showed reasonable doubt because there was no consistency in anything. Meg
Mhm.
said one story, the best friend said one story, Tori said one story, the manager said one story, the so-called
That
independent witness
witness.
said one
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
said a whole something different else. So nothing was aligning. So, but they mostly got him on the fact that one, it was his gun. Two, he had GSR on his stuff, gunshot residue, and those and
Question.
what
Wait, 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 wait,
Meg
wait,
and Ting testimony.
wait. Fast question. Fast question. Gunshot residue was on what part from him? On which part of him?
That I ain't too sure. I believe they had
Because
say his hand.
okay, if you say his hand, then understandable. But generally speaking, being in an enclosed vehicle, dog, a gun go off,
He could
all of we
also,
have gunshot residue
yeah,
on us, all of
yeah.
us. You know. And if you want to say it happened while they was fighting, to say, well, hey, I don't want you to shoot or trying to get the gun from you, then cool. All that we would have on we hands as well. So I feel like a little bit inconclusive there with the how you say, maybe they check his hand but not nobody else on or whatever. I know. I personally really ain't follow up on it because
I don't remember if the best friend got checked for gunshot residue either. I don't remember.
And you know what the thing is too with like Meg don't take rejection well, you know.
What is that?
She, because the other time I'm wilding out. She get this once and she ain't let it go. She was in her feelings the whole time. I think it was DC Young Fly that hurt she feelings, and she went out of her way every time to find something to say to him when everybody had already moved on. You understand? And so I think she's one of those types that, you know, she don't take rejection well. And seeing that he was flirting with Kylie, and then on top of everything else, you know, piping down she best friend and everything, I think that messed with herself. I think
what hurt his chances of a lighter sentencing is the fact that he didn't show remorse for what, whether he do it or he didn't show remorse for Meg. What somebody said.
When was this? When was this? Where did this rejection take place?
You never know.
Hey, boy.
So after Tory's sentencing, the first thing that we see Tory do online was put out a post. And the post said, to the umbrellas, I've never let a hard time intimidate me. I will never let no jail time eliminate me. Man is rhyming on his
Yeah. That might be a track.
Regardless of how they try to spin my words, I have always maintained my innocence and always win. This week in court, I took responsibility for all verbal and intimate moments that I shared with the parties involved. That's it. In no way, shape, or form was I apologizing for the charges I'm being wrongfully convicted of. I remain on the stance that I refuse to apologize for something I did not do. I faced adversity my whole life, and every time I looked like I would lose, I came out on top. This is nothing but another moment where my back is against the wall, and I refuse to stop fighting until I come out victorious. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. To my family, friends, and umbrellas, thank you for your continued support. See you soon.
But he didn't have something going wrong where they say he had get a call from somebody. Somebody didn't call him and tell him to stop something or do something or whatever it was like that. It was him.
There was there was allegedly a leaked conversation or phone call between Tory Lanez and the best friend, alluding to him not outing her or some shit like that. I can't remember what it was.
So what it was? There's a mixtape. Wow, a mixtape. My apologies. There's a phone, like Sana was saying, a leaked phone call between Tory and the best friend when the best friend was in the hospital with Meg. Like the best friend was giving an update on what happened and what going on and stuff like that. And then Tory was just constantly apologizing, saying he's sorry for everything, he's sorry for everything that happened, he's sorry for everything. He never said what he was sorry for, but he just constantly was saying that he's sorry, and that's what that's one also the nails in the coffin the prosecution was using, because they was showing that as an example of guilt. Gone again.
Okay. Yeah, I know there was a phone call something. I know there was a phone call.
Yeah. So so now Tory's I don't think Tory gonna serve the full 10. I don't think he will. I don't know how the law works over there, especially when it comes to celebrities.
He's not gonna serve the full 10 because they're already gonna take about a year off for time served.
Yeah. But even so, even if it's, I don't know.
I don't think
he's gonna serve all of it.
Drake might holler at him if I give him a lighter sentence.
There's reason to believe that he might get deported back to Canada.
they're trying to some of the prosecutors, not some of them, but like some people were saying that that might be a possibility that they asked for later on during his sentencing and shit like that. I mean, during his sentence, how possible that is, I don't know, but it might happen. I find it excessive,
Yeah,
hella
very.
excessive, but it's hella excessive if you didn't do it. If you do it, you fucked up and you gotta pay for your shit.
I think even if he did it, there's people that do way more that get when it either less or just as much time. I think the
Yeah,
fact
but
that
we
I think the fact that he's been kind of in an antagonistic way dealing with the court case is what made the sentencing heavy on him.
I okay. At least my opinion, I
Because
wouldn't say so.
the court can give you more time if they feel like you're wasting the court's time and money and resources.
I think it's more the fact that he's a celebrity and like
That too.
kind of going off of what Lumber was saying. Somebody from the bigger record labels probably make a call to the prosecutor's office. This is pure speculation by me, by the way. Somebody
Mhm.
probably make a call by the prosecutor's office, be like, look, this fella, if you could give him more time or go extra hard at him than you would, because like Lumber was saying, he disrupted a lot of the how to say distribution and stuff like that when it comes to the
Mhm.
labels and putting out your own
Big
stuff and stuff
time,
like that. So
big time, big time.
I definitely see how that's a possibility of happening, especially since this is the states that we're talking about.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But for the full 10 years, I don't know, but I feel like too much of that story, and I was heavily following that story about ANC already.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think
Like you was there
if
yourself.
by you know swear I shoot her. but, but I don't know, but I feel like there's too many inconsistencies for it to be 10 years. Maybe a couple years and stuff like that, maybe, but 10, I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
that's a little wild.
What Allison just posed there too said was true. His father was blaming Jay-Z, um, because I believe he did get a phone call from somebody at Rock Nation or whatever telling him to like, dial it back.
It's case.
I think he had get some type of. Let me see if I could Google that there real quick, but there was something floating around that either Jay-Z or somebody from over there.
Yeah, I think yeah, I remember he did create a commotion. I think it was outside of the courthouse. But I don't know. I don't remember what he was saying actually.
Yeah, look, the man as well. It just showing like little videos, little clips on them. But it said Tory Lanez reveals how Jay-Z conspired with Megan. Yeah, you see. I know. I remember something like that going on. Yeah. Wait, let me read this here. The soldier again to.
Ah. Yeah, this was to everybody that was um to everybody that was there, that was following the case. It was very it was emotionally taxing for a lot of people because you have a lot of female victims that are victims of any type of violence or molestation from men. So a lot of women were very 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 much invested in and it felt emotionally taxing for a lot of them. A lot of fellows, I ain't gonna lie, were just blindly in support of Tory Lanez because opposing force.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in both instances, both the women and the fellas with those type of things, I feel like you gotta put that energy behind finding out what's the truth. You understand? Because a lot of people just like to talk shit. A lot of people like to run the mouth. And a lot of times too, especially when it comes towards women and things, they don't get a lot of blind followers, a lot of blind loyalty just because she have a vagina that. You understand? And then you just actually get to see how a lot of them really feel about certain things, but then they just want to act differently. So for me, it's just like, yo, it's okay to want to know the truth now. And if the truth is that the fella do wrong, then cool, we need to condemn him. But then when the woman talking shit, we need to condemn her with the same energy,
Yep.
the exact same energy. You check, well, she was a hypocrite.
Yep.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
So,
It's just. You see, the thing is that I feel like it's a tall task for us to give the general society to not be biased, because if you're emotionally affected by what you're witnessing, there is going to create is likely to create a bias in what your judgment of the case is, naturally. So
mhm.
you have a lot of guys. Take for example, you have a lot of guys that are have been wrongfully accused of something. A lot of people won't understand how frustrating and how aggravating and how angering it is to be accused of something that you're not guilty of. Like you really, the truth is that you did not do what you're accused of doing. So if you've been in that position, you're likely going to be on Tory Lane's side because there's a bias because you have been in that position of being accused of something that you allegedly didn't, you've been allegedly accused of doing something that you actually didn't do. Whereas they have a lot of people, like women, that either don't speak up, haven't spoken up yet, or have spoken out and have been accused of lying or victimizing themselves. So there's where the bias is going to be, where they're going to be in full support of Meg Thee Stallion. A lot of people that are emotionally affected or influenced by this case based on what their past is, they don't know how to wait to see the evidence for people to be proven guilty or innocent, or it was a mistrial or everything. They just a lot of people are just very quick to bungee jump to the conclusion that like, yeah, that happened. No, that could not happen. We don't know. But a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
we
people,
don't know.
yeah, but a lot of people who were not there have it in their head based on their own experiences that it had to happen or that couldn't have happened.
But what the thing is, in both the examples where you just gave there, right? That with the person that was wrongfully accused and those kind of things, you know what could have set that person free or make it that they wasn't accused? The truth. And so, in the same way that they would have want or they try to bring the truth forward, that same energy, like I feel like they gotta apply it there too, because being in that position, they should then know that the truth is very, very important than knowing this. You understand?
Yeah, but
So that's why I look at it. That's why I look at it like that. Maybe I was never in a kind of shoe like that, or even if I was, I can't remember, and I don't think I cared enough to fight. But maybe that's why I see it like this.
yeah, the timing. What Alice just know, the timing of when it was happening contributed to exactly um how people viewed this case. It's true that often women press charges and it's not taken serious, or a trial can't succeed because of no evidence. So they see it happening through this internet trial and find some peace in that. Yeah, that's another thing. You understand? Everybody, I think a lot of people hear about this. There's one person's story, there's another person's story, and then there's what actually happened. And a lot of times when you experience a traumatic event, you might view this event in the fact that it affected you so much, you might see the event from a perspective that it didn't happen that way. Sometimes a PTSD occurrence can happen where something happened in a way that you don't remember it happening that way. That can happen sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's where others always tell people, oi, let it go to trial, let them seek out the evidence, let them question who they have to question, seek the witnesses out, question the witnesses, cross examine all everybody that's on trial and everything like that. Just that's what the court and detectives and law enforcement. That is what they actually supposed to be there for, is to recover and discover the truth. Not your truth, not your lie, but the actual fact, the actual truth of what happened based on actual tangible evidence. Understand? A lot of people, because they're so emotionally invested in certain things, because of their experiences, they don't want to wait for that. Because to them, they feel like they know what the truth is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The fact that they brought up her sex, that is riding me like fuck, but they bring up Meg Thee Stallion's sex life and history. Mind you, she was actually dating another celebrity at the time of when the case started booming on the internet.
What was the purpose of bringing that up? What they tried to prove there?
That's the thing. I don't know what the purpose of that was. I think that was grimy. I don't know what the purpose of that was.
Or maybe they're trying to say she shouldn't have behaved so emotional, seeing that she already had a man and them thing.
I think maybe they try to I think they try to portray Meg as somebody that lacks integrity, so you could doubt what she's saying and doubt that Tory Lanez is actually guilty of what he's accusing him of, because she's living on a not so honest life. She's not being loyal or honest to this person that she with, and something is going on between her and Tory, and they try to use that as a catalyst to prove that, not prove, but to show reasonable doubt again for Tory Lanez, because we don't know if we could take your word for it, because you're not as true to your word as you might want to portray.
Yeah, but that's a weak. That was weak, dog. That was weak. The man ain't have to use that because I don't prove nothing. I don't prove a damn thing.
Let me see. Let me realize you did not. And does people really think they know celebrity? Yeah, no. People is really even look, even if you take it back, it was last year, the year before, that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case. Like, people really look. People really is be so in, like, people so in their head believe that they actually know these celebrities. Like, they form some sort of intimate bond where they really think that they know these people. And it's just like, you don't know shit, dog.
You ain't know not one scunt.
Bro, listen, even as somebody that was quote unquote a local celebrity in St. Martin, they had a lot of stuff that was going on with certain people that are well known in St. Martin, that the rest of St. Martin, even though a lot of people that talk, you will never know what the truth is. Because that's something that that's just information that you would never be privy to. Though.
Yep.
And that's just St. Martin. That's people in your facility, in your proximity. Bro, these people is these people, you don't know these people, dog.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dog. So that's why it's just like, yo, even though we're saying that a lot of people were saying that like Tory didn't do it, Tory couldn't do it, and that kind of shit. Tory wild when he ready now.
He is.
He wild when he ready now. During the trial, this man had a tussle with August Alsina.
Hey, the man got Curso roots now. You see him.
Yeah.
You see
he's one of Sino people them.
Yeah. He got Curso roots. That's why he hand tried for fucking shooting somebody.
Explains it all.
At least he kill her and shoot himself.
But it'd be crazy if he stand up in the court and talking about, hey brother, let me tell you something now.
I think he father supposedly from over there, or got roots over there, or was born over there, or something like that.
Okay. Man, you could so.
Ali saying that the thing with Johnny Depp's case is that a lot of men felt it when he almost lost everything and was even kicked off of Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. I get it, but again, I feel like a lot of people need to like see information, and before you take in the information, process the information that was presented to you. And if you don't have any way to actually know or prove that this information that you've been given is actually true or false, do not create a conclusion to limited information. That's the point. Like whether you think that a lot of people need to stop thinking that this person is guilty or innocent and just hope. Just hope that I hope.
Basically, that's the thing. That's the thing we have to keep into consideration as well. I am quote Charlemagne on this one. Nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining.
Yep.
And we also live nowadays we live in a society where entertainment and eyes and views and all of that and likes and all that is more important than what actually going on. Yeah, exactly. So, well, who gives a shit about the truth? If you can make it entertaining, lie, and believable, why not?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, it was hella entertaining. It was hella entertaining when Johnny had win.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the documentary on Netflix. I didn't follow the trial like that, so I want to see what was really said and stuff like that.
It was net. Yeah, it was net.
Yo, trust me, I have it. I have it on my calendar. The 16th of August. I waited.
What's fun by that's Wednesday. So we can do a live. We can do a live and watch it with the fans hour.
That would be interesting. We can see how long it is. If it's just 1 hour or something, we could make that work. But if it's like a part series, that might be a little difficult.
Yeah, well, we can see, man. We can see. I think that would be cool.
That case was a whirlwind. That's not going to be just 1 hour. That's going to be a mini series. I think it's going to be a mini series. A mini doc.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see.
I think it'll be a docu series, honestly. The trial was a joke. I think that's an emoji. Yeah. That was a joke too. Man, look. Anyway.
So what the next topic be?
One thing I will say,
Mm-hmm.
Tory Lanez, when it comes to marketing, I don't stop it because even though he gets sentenced, the man selling merch while he's in jail. The man is selling merch that's saying free Tory. Some of the shirts saying free Tory until it's backwards. So Tory free.
Mm-hmm.
This man is he gonna go down swinging. He is going down swinging.
He can be all right, man.
The way you like. This man has some badass suits on. Like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was looking sharp.
Right, man. I don't think while they might be considering it, I don't think they would I don't think they would deport him back to Canada.
I think that his sentencing, one of the conditions of his sentencing being lighter is if he does agree to be deported.
Because look, if they deport him, then when he reach Canada, then he ain't gotta be in jail. He could be out, right?
I don't know.
Because the crime ain't happen. The crime ain't happen over there.
That's true. That's up to Canada on how they want to deal with it.
You understand? And if indeed they deport him and he free, let me just say he free when he reach up there. Seeing how he had went about doing to sell the music, he don't need to be in the US to move his music down.
No, not at all. Like when it comes to streaming, he can stream.
And that is why I don't think they're gonna deport him just so because he's gonna continue this wave of disruption that he had created when he had first do this trial run, or whatever he do it with. I forget the name of the album when he had leave out there like that. So it's crazy. I don't think they deport him, especially for that reason specifically. Because he come out after something like that, and he free, and then he goes on to be successful. They're gonna have an issue with it. They have an issue with it. If he come out and he fall off and nobody hearing from him, then be like, yeah, we break him. But if he come out and continue to boom, and I know that's what's going to happen, he can come out and continue booming, that they have a problem with it. They try to find some other reason to go and shut him
but
down.
we can't look like we have a lot of examples as to men that were found guilty of certain things and still continue to have successful music careers.
Yeah.
So it's not possible. It's not impossible. You can still
I
pull
ain't
it off.
saying I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying like they went out of their way to do this. And if after going out of their way to do this, it still didn't work, then they can have an issue.
Yeah. But you know what's the issue? The amount of likes that we have here. Listen, thanks for joining Drinks with Fellas live stream. If you like what you see in here, what we're talking about, you want people to join in on the conversation, please subscribe, like, and share.
Yeah. Bless up by yourself.
Notification bell so that you know. And even if you know, you can continue to be reminded as to when we're going to be live, when we're posting stuff, because we greatly appreciate y'all joining us every other week. With that being said, while y'all violently tap on the like button, we're going to talk about the hostility of America's representation of body positivity. Miss Lizzo is being accused of some serious shit. And the only reason why I think it's serious is because what she's being accused of, the irony for me is what makes it fun, if I'm being honest. Right? Shaker, Lizzo is being accused of mistreating, I want to say, mistreating his her dancers. And also, this is the irony of it, and also fat shaming her dancers.
She was fat shaming somebody.
I said, yeah, you heard me. Yes. Allegedly. And there's multiple dancers and people as part of her team that's come out and in support of the accusers. What do you think about that, Lambo?
I feel like we got pictures of her dancers and her to put next to each other.
No.
I want to follow the listen, where are these people shopping?
What?
Where are these people shopping?
What does that have to do with anything?
Because I want to know where she ordering and
What I
buying
got
this
to do with anything?
audacity. Where is she buying the audacity? Where is she buying the audacity to fat shame anybody, dog? Where is this being sold?
Listen, allegedly, she and her dancers went to come here to Holland, went to Amsterdam and Red Light District. And Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas from sex workers' vagina during an Amsterdam trip. So the vagina was inside of people at the Red Light District. And she tried to force her dancers to eat the banana that was inside of the people there. Let that sink in.
I don't want that to sink in. I don't want that to sink in.
Oh my God. Do we have any hot takes about what's going on with Lizzo, dog?
You know, I have to be honest. I don't know who she is like that. I just know her name, and based on the stuff that I see on social media, whenever her name come up, it does seem as if she's not the most attractive person, right?
By
There was this
society.
thing by society standards. There was this interview with this guy and these set of girls, and he turned around and he asked the girls, "Do you think Lizzo is beautiful?" All them jump up and say, "Yeah, of course. Of course. Body positivity, this, that." So he turned to a next girl that was having a big mouth later on in the interview, and he said, "You look like Lizzo." Now everybody on the table get offended because how dare you say that? But then the man rewind the tape and they was like, "But you tell us earlier that of course, and she is beautiful. So what's the problem now?" And then it was like, I don't know. I so
I'm gonna
tired of
play,
the man.
can I
I so
help? Can I help? Can I not help? So I'm gonna play devil's advocate for that.
mhm.
It's not what he said, it's the intent behind what he said. His intent is, by society standard, Lizzo is unattractive. That's the
Mhm.
angle it's coming from.
Mhm.
The point that he was trying to make is that you saying that she looks just fine, but when I refer to you as somebody that look like her, you say you taking it back. But it's the reason, is the angle that he's coming from as to how he's comparing them to her. He's comparing them to her from the angle of her being unattractive.
Yeah, but if indeed the contrast between what we find is beautiful and what she finds is beautiful wasn't so high, she wouldn't take offense. There wouldn't be no angle. There is only an angle because obviously something is not what it is on one side of the fence. You understand? If indeed she really was according to what society say beautiful, dog, then there would be no reason for anybody to take offense. Period. But there's obviously something out of whack there.
Not really, not. You know why? Because let's say you're looking at the dude. There's a dude that walking, and by society standards, this dude is attractive. But they have this arrogant girl that has through the roof standards when it comes to men with their physicalities, of course, and then tells that man who by society standards is attractive that he ugly. Now, if all of these people around the world have made this man feel as if and given this man the impression that he is attractive, he's still going to take offense to somebody that call him ugly. Because it's not what they say, it's the intent behind what they say, the intent to disrespect, the intent to insult. So the intent behind what they say is where the offense is going to come from.
If everybody telling me I a good looking fella, and one person come to me and tell me I'm ugly fella, my response is yeah, okay.
That's
Because
you always you basing it on you.
because understand the maths. You won versus everybody else, dog. Is I you one can't you like look at it percentage wise, dog. One okay everybody else, and you somebody I don't even know. You just roll up on me and tell me something like, but you look if you even get a response, and I think that would be for majority of the people that.
Look, you speaking from a place of somebody that is self-assured. That's the thing you forget. You self-assured. Now,
But I could only talk from my perspective.
a lot of people that don't have that level of self-confidence where their confidence comes from the outside source. You understand? That's where vanity comes in. You check? So the impression that you get from everybody else could dictate how you feel about yourself. And you have a lot of people in society who don't operate when it comes to self-confidence from within. It has always come from without. So with that being said, if majority of people is telling you that you look good, and this one person, especially if you find that person attractive, especially if you actually like this person, and this person say that you're ugly, you might believe that you're ugly. Not you specifically, but from an average person standpoint, this attractive person telling you that you're ugly, you might feel a way that. Perfect example is this. A celebrity would post a very attractive or very generally likable post on Instagram, receive a whole bunch of love. But that one flagrant negative comment is the one that get attention. Same thing.
I don't understand those things neither. I just be taken aback wondering why certain things just get attention now.
Negativity gets attention quicker than positivity. We just established this maybe a half hour ago.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't understand it, is what I'm saying. I didn't say that it don't exist. I just said I don't understand it. I don't see why. Like, what we talking about? Why we even arguing about this?
You see, you have had this thing. I know how to say it, and I don't know how else to say it. But since I met you, you've had this don't give a fuck-ism about you.
Ism.
You've had this don't give a fuck-ism with you, where you seem to be completely unbothered by anybody's impression of you, negative or positive. Exactly. But most people.
I look at it like this, right? Just to educate the people. Like, a lot of people might really, they might think, well, if I say, well, maybe not that you say it, they might believe it more. When I say a lot of times I don't care about stuff, some people might be like, yeah, he just talking. But for me, the most important thing was, if my mother don't have a problem with it, you don't have a right to have a problem with it. So fuck your opinion. Check. It always been like that because, throughout most of my upbringing, I think there's my mother that was there. It's my mother who was doing for me. So she's the only person I get to say and do and think and feel about, So that is why I never really cared, but that's just how I look at it. Because the same people from the outside who today go and tell you they don't like something that you're doing or something that you're wearing or this don't look good, right? Either a week or two or a month, maybe even. You can see other people rocking it and this and that. You might even see them post something similar to what you had and flossing it like, yeah, there's some kind of trendsetter. Well, that same outfit or whatever it was, they was telling you don't look good, or hairstyle or whatever, or even putting in earrings or whatever. When I first started my dress, everybody was like, where you going with them cockroaches on your head? I said, don't worry, man. They're going to length out. Don't worry. Now that my hair long, everybody want, don't fucking touch these cockroaches. You forget? Don't touch me, dog. Don't touch me. You check? So it's for me, it's like, you can't take those things serious. I don't know why. I don't know. I really can't explain it fully. And that's right.
Listen, what you're saying is facts. What you're saying is productive criticism to anybody that reacts to certain things that are being said to them, whether it's fact or not. But people can't help how they react based on how they feel off of something that somebody said. You understand? We live in an internet age where opinions is just so easily just distributed from everybody. You check? You do not entertain the internet because you are unbothered by everybody's opinion, and the internet is an opinion platform in itself.
True.
And everybody is sharing their experiences, their opinions, and talking points. That's what the internet is right now. You check? That's why you don't understand why people feel a way about opinions about them, because they are participating in the opinionated platforms, which is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all kind of shit that have the comment section and the tweeting, the platforms where everybody can share their opinion. You check? So because of that, you again have this don't give a fuckism. So you don't care to not only hear anybody's opinion, but you don't give a fuck enough to share your opinion on the internet, period. You don't participate in it at all. You check? Now, this is me coming from somebody, this whole, this back and forth, the man and woman conversation. I've been doing this since like 2008. You check? So I know that the internet is a place where opinions can be shared and opposed. You check? If you care enough to share your opinion, chances are when somebody opposes your opinion or says something negative about you, you might care just as equally as much as you would care to share your opinion. If you don't care enough to share your opinion, you damn sure don't give a fuck about what somebody got to say about you. That's you.
I guess that's how it go.
Yeah.
I guess that's how it go.
Has a lot of opinions. Yes.
Yeah. Just read that.
Opinions,
Okay. But wait. Let me ask this question then, because what Sino is saying, what Sino they were saying is true. Though for some reason, a lot of us are hardwired chemically that we respond more to the negative than the positive. You check. But then, with that being said as well, I think I got to interject a bit, or no, not interject, but I got pushed back on what you had said there a bit just now, saying, we can't control how we feel. Yes, that is true. But we do have control over how we react on those feelings.
React or response?
We don't have control over what we feel, but we have control over how we show that feeling and how we act to that feeling. You check? So with that being said, my question is, where do we draw the line when it comes to catering to people's feelings and people being in the feelings too much? That's my question. I got it.
Yeah, that's a solid question there, self.
Yeah, it is a solid question.
I
think everybody. What you were saying?
No. I just said that was a solid question there, self.
I think that's individual work that everybody have to put in, because everybody have a different level of threshold. I think it depends on your tolerance. Yeah, feeling. The last bit of firewall I put in here. Drinks with the fellas, people.
Drinks with the fellows, man. Toast to everybody. I don't feel like we asked this in a long time, but why are you drinking?
Hey. Speaking of that, I got plethora behind me though.
So you gotta show off. You have to show off.
I got my car on. You got wow.
The man got a whole wall now with sections now. Jesus, man.
We got the soft drinks down there too. We got many things. But I forget what I come on here to say now. I'll actually make a point. No, back to my question what I had posed. So Sano was saying that it is a case by case basis. But my question is, where do we draw the line then as a society? Because we have to pick, to a certain extent, we kind of have to pick a lane, no? Either we cater in for everybody feelings, or everybody need to toughen up. It's one or. To me, or you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't see how we would be able to find a middle ground with that one. It's either we caring for everybody, or everybody needs to just fuck off and be tougher.
I honestly don't think there's a middle ground.
But that's what
he's saying. He's saying you gotta choose a lane.
Is one or the other.
I know, but that's the point I'm making. Self. Lumber chose a lane and everybody else chose theirs.
Yeah, but because that's the thing. We can't be all kumbaya, care about everybody's feelings, thing like that. But then, get upset when people bring shit up that's like 5 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that's still we can't tell.
I highlight something that Dahlia said. That is true. When people search for it, they have to take responsibility in that and not put the responsibility on other people. So what you were saying, you're actually right, but it's not solely the responsibility of the person that's dishing out the opinion. It's your responsibility on, like you were saying, how you're going to respond on the opinion that's being said. You understand? So there's where the middle ground might actually be able to navigate through right there, because people have opinions. You understand? But like you say, it's your responsibility and how you're going to respond to those opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But also,
So that clash there can be eradicated one time based on no response at all, or how you respond, period.
yeah, but also a lot of people feel like their opinion is law. That's where it does go
Mm-hmm.
wrong. That is where it is
Mhm.
actually go wrong. Because you could
But
voice your
then,
opinion. You could voice your opinion to me, and I will listen to it, and I will respect it. I will be like, yeah, okay, cool. But I don't make it that I have to agree with your opinion because your opinion is the only way.
but you see, this goes back to something Sino was saying there earlier too. Some people do take other people's opinion as law because they admire them or they find them attractive, and because they find them attractive, whatever that person says, that's how people get indoctrinated into cults and sex
True,
harems and all
true.
them kind of things now.
That is true. That is true. That is true.
It's because you don't have a lot of I don't want to generalize, but there's a lot of people that don't have a backbone to be like, by even you not okay. I'm gonna say backbone. A lot of people don't have the trust within themselves when they feel something off to be like, by this don't feel right. Or on the other another thing too, some people feel too much or trust too much into their, whether it be whether somebody they look up to or their parents or they think. Because look, we could take this as another example too. You think that's your employer, that's somebody who been in the industry, who been thinking for a while. She's supposed to know the ins and outs. She ain't gonna be forcing you and stuff like that. So you give your trust, you give your time, you give your energy towards her, and she abuses it. If what's being alleged is true, then she abusing it. She's just as bad as any other man in the industry that she was so called fighting for. All this patriarchy and all that kind of crap that she was there. How to say, she was there protesting and advocating for. That's the word, advocating for. She's just as bad as them,
Yeah, yeah.
just as bad. And I don't want to say, I kind of hope it's true, because that'll be fuck up for the victims itself. But to a certain extent, I kind of hope it is, because that just shows that it's not a man something, it's a
Exactly.
power something.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Is a power something, and
Yes.
anybody could get corrupted by that, man or
Exactly.
woman. It depends on the person itself.
And a
Okay,
lot
I
of
got it.
times, and a lot of times it has take the power and position of a very small, minute substrata percentage of people, dog, and generalize it across all of we, which is also fucked up. Anyhow,
You know what a lot of people say that made me laugh, and I just take this statement and run with it, is that they say I'm entitled to my opinion. Yeah, that's true. Your entitlement is solely on having the opinion.
That's it.
Not sharing it. You understand? You can have an opinion. You're entitled to an opinion. You're also entitled to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I got pushed back on that. I know we can't say that having a platform like that. You're entitled to have your opinion. Yes, you're also entitled to share it. But that also means everybody else is entitled, one, to not give a fuck, two, disregard it, and three, not agree with you. But you're entitled to. We can't say you're entitled to you're not entitled to talk, because that's what we did doing now, and nobody can tell us to shut the fuck up.
It can both be true though. Whoever said that just because you're entitled to shut the fuck up mean that you're not entitled to say something. It could both be true.
That wasn't the thing. The thing is, what we were talking about, what you had to say is to share it. You could share it. That ain't no problem either. But again, that don't mean you're gonna be taken serious, agreed with, or things.
It's true.
So like you could share, but we can't say don't share it, because look at us. We taking our opinions and sharing it.
Entitlement is not something. I think entitlement is not something that's immediately means that you have to exercise what you're entitled to. You understand?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
look at it.
that's true.
I look at it more from the point of view like you don't gotta force it on people. You know,
Exactly.
that's it right there for me. Like, don't
You
force. You have
understand?
your opinion. Yeah, cool. All right, respect. Boom.
You check? So let's just say I'm entitled to that car down the road there. You understand? That's rightfully mine. I'm entitled to that car. However, I can choose not to take the car. Just because I'm entitled to it, I mean I gotta take it. I don't have to exercise what I am entitled to. You understand? That's why I say you are entitled to choose to share this opinion or shut the fuck up. You understand? And just like you have it, just like what Khan was saying as well, there's a chain reaction of things, and it's just one after. It's like a domino effect. You're entitled to opinion. You're entitled to share it, or you're entitled to shut the fuck up. And if you choose to share it, I'm entitled to not give a fuck about your opinion in response. And I don't have to respond. Jack?
Yeah, like what Charlie said there, and it's true. It believe me. Well, for I that know me, I know they got 1,000 things I could say about a lot of things I just choose not to say. You know, just in the name of the greater good. You know what I mean? I just keep a lot of things to myself. And I also believe that my brother over there, so he just practice the same kind of restraint every week. You know?
Look, the shit that is
Certain
gonna be
things
saying on
slip,
this
certain things
platform, correct?
just slip here and there, and we just catch each other because we both be thinking the same thing. You know, but is a lot of times we just don't exercise it, you know?
Look, the rule, my number one rule is there for both my protection and society's protection. I don't mind my own business for
Yes,
everybody's sake.
yes, yes. People don't understand the value of that minding your business thing now. It's a valuable
Nah,
thing,
nah,
I
Yes,
like.
yes, to minding your business.
Minding your clotting
There is
business.
yeah, I am the clock, so you just look at that.
you got a lot going on. You doing enough. You
Yeah,
don't got this. You don't got
yeah.
it.
Thank you. But hey, at least they feeded me because I had like 2 snacks already, and then me and my colleague down here working now. We're about to indulge in some more.
Hey man.
But
Alright.
I don't
I
know,
think
but that whole that's I just the last thing in that whole little thing. I just find it really funny, and I
But is it being looked
okay.
into?
Let me put it like this. I find it's funny how everybody jump out the water and automatically believe that Tory shot Meg, but now that is a woman that's being accused of something salacious and detrimental and all that kind of shit. Is let's wait to see what Liz will say.
you know
Let's
why?
wait to see the
Wait,
fuck.
wait. This is exactly. Sino had said this in week 5. In week 5, I think it was Sino had said it. Okay? When a fellow do wrong, okay, it's the end of the world, G. End of the world. Man, don't ask no questions, don't none of that. When a woman do wrong now, you understand? It's like, oh, but let's try to understand. Let's check this. What about that? You understand? So I know, sir, and he was consistent with it across several
I
seconds.
still on that same energy though.
You understand? And every time something happens, it just proving it more and more every time.
No, we're not saying. Let me just clarify for the whole group because it's going on YouTube now and all of that. We're not saying that you shouldn't believe women. We're not saying that you shouldn't believe victims. All we're doing is saying is that hear both sides, and we also find it funny how everybody just automatically believe and want to condemn the black man,
Mm-hmm.
but when is other way around, it's let's wait to hear both sides. Let's wait to hear things. Not saying that it's not being like fellows in the industry and in general don't abuse their power and all that kind of stuff as well. All we saying is it's just funny that one of the biggest advocates of the whole thing also doing it as well. So is it
Yes.
really toxic
That's the point
masculinity or is
that's
it just toxicity in general?
It's
That's
just
the point.
toxicity because toxicity could be feminine or masculine, dog. It's
That's the point I was
toxicity.
making. That was the point I was making with Kana self. Kana when he was talking about man that is cheap and woman that is cheap. and kind of was stressing on the fact that like, now I was saying that like it's amazing how when a breakup happens, we assume that something the man did something, had to be the man. And then when a man cheats, we don't ask question as to why he cheat, was he happy, what was going on, what was he lacking. And then when a woman cheats, we automatically assume that there's something that the man wasn't doing, she wasn't happy, she was lacking something like that. There's a bunch of questions that being asked. And Kana was saying that when you go to a partner and ask a partner why he cheat, a lot of times you just be like, and that's facts. However, the fact that we even asking further questions for the woman and not asking anything for the guy is proving my business, except we just come back a whole round circle here. When it comes to the guy being possibly guilty about something, there's no due process. We just assume that he's guilty.
Yeah.
When a long time couple is break up for the first time and they tell their friends, what's the first thing that I ask? Now, what did he do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First thing that I ask, what did he do?
What did
A
he
lot of
do?
people I myself have like a couple of friends that like we're not together no more, and people assuming that I had to do something for us to not be together no more.
I mean, I had that too, but in my situation, it just happened to be right.
I just don't get it. I was getting there. I was myself. I wasn't going. I couldn't let myself get away with that. I was saying, granted, some of the time. I can't die on the block. I can't put my hand on the block and just die on the cross like that. You know, just granted. What granted? Okay, let's not pander on that. What? You understand? Yeah, look. I think why it's so hard for people to even fathom the idea that Lizzo might be guilty is the level of irony of what she's being accused of. Is the irony of it. The person that's advocate for body positivity is being accused of body shaming for dancers. Is the irony of it for me. That's why, particularly for a lot of, maybe even big boned or fat women, it might be hard for them to believe.
So we canceling Lizzo getting cancelled now too, or what's going on?
There's a show that she was supposed to. She was in talks for being part of the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she no more.
She no more.
Okay.
And okay. She was supposed to be headlining to it. They cancel that show.
How do you punish a body positive celebrity? Put them on a diet? I was asking.
We give them a Subway endorsement.
And a body and fit. That's up here in Holland. Body and fit in the States? I don't know. No.
Body and fit? I don't know. I think it's a European something.
I mean, not in Holland, in the States. That's what I want.
I think Anytime Fitness in the States.
Anyway, we're going off of a bad joke. Let's not continue.
Thank you for joining Drinks with the Fellas. Please like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell if you
let's regroup.
If you want to continue on this downward spiral that we are obviously on right now, please like, subscribe, and share with anybody else that want to participate in this level of disrespect that we're in.
I gotta get into the next subject.
Cool.
Let's go to the next subject. Jesus Christ. All right, I want y'all to brace yourself because this is trigger warning, okay? Particularly for the women out there, trigger warning, okay? There is footage gone out of a few ladies that was in the club partying, turning up. Hi, ow, check.
Why you had to do all of that, Biggs? Why was all of that necessary? You couldn't just tell the story. Why? Wait, let me go on camera for this. Why you have to get animated like that for? What was the point of that? What kind of value did that add to the segment of the story side? What was that?
Layers of context.
Jeez.
Y'all not gonna judge me. Hey yo, I just let y'all get away with violently disrespecting Lizzo. Leave me the fuck alone.
Listen. The dances, the noises, the long hair. It wasn't looking good, bruv. Okay? It wasn't looking good.
Hey man, look. Listen, as I was saying.
Now get the clipper.
Clip it. Hey, listen, I don't want to try to clipping it. Don't tell me what to listen. Yeah, so they were turning up in the club. Yeah, Jack, and they had this partner that was on their left, right, depending on what angle the camera was facing. And he, not so subtly, slipped something in her drink. She catch him, and he tried to play it off like he just, turning up and he didn't do nothing. So again, I'm gonna say trigger warning to anybody that might have experienced anything negative towards men, specifically to women. Ready?
My drink at a club.
Now, hold on there. Now, my reenaction of what happened is accurate. Yep, kiss my ass. Okay?
My drink at a club.
React.
Okay. React. First of all, it didn't matter that the reenactment was so accurate, dog. It's the fact that it was so accurate, dog. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, this panel right here, that panel right there, dog. But they had to. I don't want to promote violence, dog, but he had to be dealt with accordingly, boy. Cause that fuck ain't cool at all. I ain't cool at all. You understand? They had to make him drink that fuck himself. And then throw him down in a dark alley with a bunch of anti-men. Let them have their way with him. You see what I feel like. You understand? Like that shit ain't cool, dog. That shit ain't cool, not even the slightest. You know, the people who does be pushing these things happen to the man who be doing this thing in the club, that they gotta be dealt with as well, because they know what be going on. You understand? Like they can come out and get daughters too. You know? All them type of things will be going on. Like they have to have, like, he had to be dealt with. The fact that he was so confident and brave enough to stand up there and continue dancing in front of the girl, knowing that everybody see what they saw, dog. Knowing that everybody see what they saw. You check? They had to deal with he. They had to deal with he, dog.
No. I don't even know what to start. My mother used to, every time my mother used to see me off when I go out, my mother always used to say, If you put your drink down, leave that drink alone. Anywhere you put your drink, if you finish with it, don't pick it back up. And it's because of shit like this. This is where a lot of scenarios that could happen where this could have gone way left. And the only reason, literally the only reason why it didn't go way left is because he's not so slick. He's not subtle. He's sloppy. That's the only reason why it didn't go as far as it could have gone. Because it was so obvious.
The man had to trash. Let me show you something now. Yeah, it's a little quick story time. When I was in Holland, right? We went out. I don't even know who. I think it was with Sean, myself, some of his classmates, and them. I don't know if he could remember that. But something similar happened. Previn and all was there too. I don't know if Sean could remember that, but something similar happened. And while everybody was there discussing with the partner about the girl drink, I just come and I slap it out of the hand. Dog. I say, yo, you don't poison the drink, G. I was ready to war with the man, I check. But everybody was like, yeah, no, hold it down, and the securities, and they put us outside. I said, but the man get it too. Well, wait, there's nobody in exempt. They're going to get it too. But
wait.
I wasn't there by myself. Huh?
We know this person.
No. We don't. I don't know him. I don't know this person. I never see him before that night and after that night ever again. Even though we went, with Sean and thing the times I did go in the same area, I never see that particular partner again. That night we almost war like 2-3 times that night, dog. And that specific moment was one of them. But because we wasn't by ourselves, and we was with a group of other people that I didn't want nothing to happen to them. I was like, but you know what, I've been cool. But I was ready to wreck up partner, dog. I man mess my high blood pressure there, old man now. You see the grays hour.
You see, this is why it's difficult for men and women to navigate on the street, in the gym, workplace, club. This is shit like this is why it's very difficult for us to navigate and coexist amongst each other, because from a girl's perspective, you never know. From a girl's perspective, she never knows if one of us is like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So when we see stuff like this, it hurts it hinders the perspective that the rest of us is coming from, where we cannot provide reassurance to women amongst us if they have man like that doing shit like that.
Yeah, but where that is concerned, and this is something I firmly stand behind, dog. Reassurance, like, anybody could say anything now. We could sit down and we could talk this thing, much like our previous topic, if the allegations is true. You understand? Anybody could say anything. However, it's about action now. If we are wrong and we see something like that taking place, we gotta hold partner responsible. We, as the men, gotta hold he responsible. Okay? We gotta show them like we ain't tolerating that. These men, we need to find them. We need to, let me not say find like we're gonna go look for them. We need to be able to identify these men and let these men understand that they have a very, very heavy opposing force, dog, that are going to hold them accountable, dog. We need to make these men afraid to even think about wanting to do these things. You check? Actions need to have what some would consider appropriate reactions are. They need to have appropriate consequences are. You understand? Appropriate for me and appropriate for you might be two different things. By the end of the day, these men need to know that we ain't standing for the bullshit. You check? That's the only way to set up that reassurance that we need to take a certain amount of action that talking ain't the way to go about nothing. Talking don't solve nothing. You got no problem in the world that was solved verbally. None. Solve with action. Verbal come after the action we talk.
The reason why I use the term reassurance is because a lot of conversations does happen, and the one thing that's being said a lot is accountability. We often get accused as men as we often get accused of not holding man like that accountable. And now my question is this: if we do hold this man or these men accountable, will it stop men from being pieces of shit like that?
Over time. It's not a today, tomorrow solution. It's a long-term solution.
I have a very pessimistic point of view on this. I feel like there's just going to keep on being pieces of shits like this.
Yeah,
we
look,
could do
look,
we could do our best. We could do our best to protect and hold men accountable, but man like that is cockroaches.
yeah, look, all that is facts, dog. All of that is facts. You know, it's kind of like saying like if the police actually do more work, if they're gonna be less criminals, they're gonna be less criminals, you know, but it's gonna be less crime. You understand? Because people are going to think twice and hesitate before doing something. You check for the same reason why sometimes, and this has happened to me still, for the same reason why sometimes if you're chilling, a random girl walk up to you and just hold on to you or lean up on top of you, stand up by you and start talking because somebody else harassing them. That somebody else usually don't come around me, and I just look at them fuck up the same way. You understand? We need to deter them now. And in doing so, we need to just continue to hold them accountable, that they need to just continue to be dealt with. It's that simple. You understand? It's a consistent amount of pressure that needs to be applied. You know, consistent. And over time, you're going to see like these things when they see that nobody is promoting these things over a long term, like generational term, when it actually program into the new generation and the man head that you're going to see like it can just become less and less. Not to say it's going to ever eradicate itself, it's just going to be less and less. It's like in certain places in the world, like the man who play games like that and you get catch doing that, dog, is death sentence for you, G.
But you know what the thing is, there's a level of unity amongst men that needs to be established for that to work. Why I say that is because I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. What you're saying that it can happen, it can in due time, long term, it can happen. But the reason why I say it requires a unity of decent men to hold the indecent ones accountable is because there is a study that somebody say that they kind of implying that that's what people doing when it comes to policing people's policing the way people speak and what words they use and how to use them. They basically say that they did a test with monkeys in a cage.
Mm-hmm.
3 monkeys in a cage, and they put a bandana at the top of what do you call it? At the top of a ladder. And every time the monkeys tried to get the ladder, they would vigorously and aggressively dash the monkeys with ice cold water. And after a while, the monkeys would keep on trying to go. And then after a while, the monkeys would stop. Then they would take one monkey out and put a new monkey in. And that new monkey has never experienced the cold water being dashed on him. So what he's going to do, he's going to go and look for a banana and try and get it. But if he goes for the banana, when he goes for the banana, everybody is going to get dashed with cold water. So the rest of the 2 monkeys are going to stop him and beat his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't go after the banana. Then he would take one other monkey out, put another monkey in. Now there's 2 monkeys. Now that's going to keep on happening until all 3 monkeys that's in there not gonna go for the banana.
Mm-hmm.
And that theoretically is what we can do to try and make going out and coexisting amongst other men a safer place for women. But this requires unity amongst decent men. And you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a lot
for
of
sure.
people out there that is really choose to mind the business.
Yeah, but look, that is true, but the first step on any kind of project journey, wherever it is, that the most important step, dog, is to start. All right. Now, amongst ourselves as individuals and thing, we own type of circle that we just go out with where fellas is concerned. If we as fellas within our own circle, now I can't talk for everybody, but I know whenever I flex, wherever I flex with all, we man formidable. You understand? When we man moving, if we stand up together and we say, yo, stop that folk dog, whoever it is on the other side of that stop that folk dog, you better believe they stopping that folk G. You understand? And we just gotta do it. We just gotta set the example that you check, and we gotta continue to do it every time we come out. You check, even if people gonna label us like, oh look, Captain save the hose, all whatever it is you want to call us, it's fine. It's fine. You still can't do nothing now. Cause you're a bitch at the end of the day. Now. You understand? And that is just how we gotta do. We just gotta start now. If we sit down and we wait on everybody, we ain't gonna reach nowhere because everybody waiting for the next person. You just gotta start now. Amongst ourselves, amongst your circle, we are like-minded people with you that are on that same page with you that I just gotta start you. It's the only way. Action is the only way to fix that now. You know, sitting down talking and having these kind of discussions is good, yeah, but it don't mean nothing if action ain't following.
I don't know. I was just overcome with such fucking frustration. Just looking at it is always when I could see bitch assness in your eyes.
Yeah,
I see you. You could always tell
yeah,
when it's a fucking bitch ass dude that'll be pulling stupid shit like that.
yep,
Like man like that, you say what?
yep.
I'm sorry. I'm in full support of what you saying that we should do. I'm just worried about um my intentions for beating your ass. Because no, I don't want to beat your ass to teach you a lesson. I want to beat your ass because you a bitch. You understand? Like, yo,
Hey, look,
man,
look,
like, what is it's like, yo,
but look, all of that is fine, G. Because if you with your group of homies, dog, and the man them really got your back like that, they see you getting carried away and say, yo, Link, let's go. Like the man just grab you, we can move together, dog. It's okay. We can argue about it later, but this mission is done. For now. Yeah, Jack. Is all of that is fine, dog. All that, because trust you me, I right there with you. I right there with you. You check, but we just gotta deal with the thing now. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe when kind of like a break, you come in and drop you 2 cents, but that's just how I feel about it. Dog. I think personally, like I don't see no other way, no diplomatic way. Let me put it like that for that issue to be solved. I think it really just need to come from us as the fellows, and we just need to apply that pressure. Cause that ain't cool at all, at all.
you know, how I see it is that it's just a shame that this is the final resort because we can't do nothing else. What you to report to the police? And then what?
And then what? You see that? That part what has hurt me, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And mind you, this is coming from a place that I have law enforcement in my family.
Yeah.
And the last thing I would like to do is take any retribution for my society, for my community in my own hands, because the law enforcement is there for that. But there's certain processes when it comes to due process that it just have me just like I feel like the process is really that is that the process don't be quick enough for me sometimes. Man, like I gotta get
Yeah, here and now. It's about here and now with these type of man. Dog. Here and now. Anyhow, anybody else got anything they want to say on this topic? Sign all in your head.
anybody know me, anybody that know me, especially the females, any woman around me that knows me knows that like I really care about the safety and well-being of the women around me. So when I see shit like that happening to a black woman specifically from another black man, that shit just fucking infuriates me.
Share the shanky.
I would if that happened, I would be like,
Share the shanky. In the armpit.
these two situations different because they will see us beating them for spiking a woman's drink. The monkeys wouldn't get a chance to see why they get beat. That's the thing. No, that's the difference is that man in a spiking a drink knows the consequence, of course, and the monkeys is just mental manipulation. You understand? But the reason why I bring up that scenario and that example is because sometimes, depending on what the consequence is, when people actually know of the consequence, but not the cause of the consequence, sometimes, no, not even. I take that back. That don't make sense. Yeah, hey man, look. Man, I gotta get it ass beat. That's just toast man like getting your ass beat. I'm gonna take a toast to that because all right. I have a last minute topic that I want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Closing statements on this topic. Fuck them man and let them man get fucked up. In the jail, outside the jail, under the jail, on top of the jail, wherever. This one here. I literally just went into our group chat and saw this, and I feel like
If it's the one I think it is, I was going to bring it up. If it's the one I think it is, I was going to bring it up actually.
Give a hint.
Mandatory testing?
No. Oh God. We'll get. Oh God.
I want to talk about that.
Let's not. We're gonna talk about that just now. We're gonna talk about it just now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Lumber, your thoughts?
Bye. It's fine now. Because then she could stay there too. He could then take care of her for the last 9 months that she lived. She could go and she could stay. Done.
I just think that like if you're on your deathbed, like really think of if you're on your deathbed and you're got pain, your dying wish, would you actually fix your mouth to say something like that? You about to die, like it's gonna be over.
Listen.
Now why?
That's wild. Because you might dead faster, you understand? And 9 months might turn to 2 days. Yeah.
Pull the
Gee,
plug until one time there, G.
I don't know. It's, like I say, for me, if that have to happen to me, I would be like, yeah, cool. But then I packing up all your stuff and I sending you over there. Like for the rest of your life, you're gonna see me no more after that.
I just wanted to just put that out there. All right. Now, this next one we're going to talk about, right? You remember the context of it exactly, Lumbo?
The one with the state that doing the, how you call it,
The mandatory.
testing.
Mhm.
Wait. But no, I can't remember it exactly. I just know that.
Wait, you put it in the WhatsApp group chat, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm here trying to find it back now, self.
I found it. All right. Second, people.
It's gonna be dramatic. Also, fun. So, guys, child not paying child support on a child that wasn't theirs, because the state wants to get their money. Because if there is no father to pay for child support, somebody has to pay for it. So they push it on to the nearest person that can be a father. And to jail time the ladies for maternity fraud because it is such a rampant crime.
So I don't agree with a lot that they do in politics, but I agree with this one. The hustle is over. The scams are done in the state of Tennessee. And I know some of y'all feel like, well, why should we have to do all of this? They should trust me, because y'all be lying. The women be lying. And if you know that this is his baby without a shadow of a doubt, husband, boyfriend, baby daddy, it don't matter who it is. Let them go on and get that paternity test, sis. If you want to up and up, it shouldn't bother you. And for all of those women out there faking pregnancy to scam men, ooh, y'all big mad now, ain't you?
Lumbo.
Ha! Are you ready for this? Or hear what? Let me tell you something.
Hold on, before we get into that, if anybody wants to join in on the live to share their opinion on this, if they want to oppose any opinions that we have on the topic, or discuss it with us and give in your 2 cents, let me know in the comments, and I will find you on Facebook or Instagram, and I will send you the link that you could directly join the live stream. With that being said, Lumbo, give your take.
Watch out. This is about damn time. Okay? It's about damn time. All right? I've been preaching this thing here. For the longest a while now. That shit should just be mandatory, dog. That shit should be mandatory. I man, they are man that go in jail and them kind of thing for not paying child support, and then the child ain't even his, dog. You understand? So you got me in jail for a child that ain't mine now, granted, boom. If you turn around and you acknowledge it now, then cool. Then you gotta deal with it. I would come, but now you ain't forced to acknowledge something. You need to get the proof, the full, documented proof of these kind of things. You understand? No more rubbish. You check? Now they're gonna have a lot of women that are gonna try to spin this thing. Talking about, oh, so you don't trust me. You don't, yeah, no bitch. Might not trust you wrong, yeah. You understand? You ain't going to put me in a hole I can't climb out of for the next so many years out. You understand? Because they just weaponize these children. You check, not all, but for the ones that do, they weaponize these children, and the man them now have a form of defense. At least in that state where that thing going down. You check, and also the state itself, could save money from having to go and do these unnecessary investigations and those things. You know, um, I'm going to add to it. I'm going to add to it. This is going to seem a little bit extreme, but I'm going to add to it. I feel like also when couples and them kind of thing want to have children, dog, you need to go and get a permit. Okay, we need to do background checks on you and your family and who you want to breed with, dog. You know why? Because a lot of times now that I working with a law firm, G, and there's certain things I had to see. There are a lot of people, based on their condition and environment, you shouldn't be bringing no life forward because it's like a very, very high percentage demand gonna be product of the environment. And then you know who gotta deal with it, you know who gotta fix it, and you know who's always the victims of these demon children I just bring forward, dog. The rest of the community, dog. You understand? People who be minding the business, getting the front door kicking, rob, all kind of shit like that. And check. You can't just be like you. It ain't only your family you're affecting when you bring life forward. You're affecting essentially your entire community. Though. You understand? I feel like them man them need to go and have get permits and then thing that the man need to do background check and see what going on with you. That these people just okay up just bossing children left, right, and center. Like you know. And then recording them when they're doing all these fuckeries and thinking it's cute. And then when the child get old and the police come and thump it down now, then is a problem. You check, but you out here just thinking them type of things cool. But anyhow, far from the topic at hand. Yes, it's about time that the man them get some kind of security, dog. Okay? It's about time. I happy. I can't wait for everybody else to follow suit with this thing.
What exactly happened? Like, it's just basically mandatory. The paternity test is mandatory now.
Yeah, before the child born. Before the child born, you see,
Because
the father is really the father.
Because once the child born and you sign your name on the birth certificate, then you liable for the child.
Yes.
I find it weird, and I just find it weird that not just women, but you have some guys, just people. You have some people. I find it weird that some people don't see why this might potentially be a necessary mandate globally.
That's just the people who don't stand to benefit from it. The scammers can't. Well, it will be more difficult for them to scam now.
No, it's not that. No, it's just like the people that don't. I painted a picture. Like before the child is born, you go to your significant other, the bearer of this child. Say, I want to do paternity. This is before the mandate. The first thing that this person is going to do is accuse you of not trusting this person.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's where it gets murky. Because it's definitely an uncomfortable feeling to experience somebody questioning the trust you have in them, or the trust they have in you. Right? But at the same time, I don't feel like this person would ask for a paternity test without cause. He's not going to, like, that. There might be a reason as to why this person is asking for paternity test.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is the thing. I don't think people really think of how exactly, like, on a literal sense, but aside your pride, your feelings, and the ego. If you know that this person is the father of the child that you carry, without a shadow of a doubt, Why not just do the paternity test? I don't understand. I don't understand if indeed this is his kid.
Yeah, but
Why
you know, yeah, no,
not?
but you know, for the like, especially in today's environment, dog, for the women them that actually going out of their way to really be faithful to her man, regardless of whatever temptation it have out there, dog, asking for something like that is really a type of insult to them. If you know, depending on how she feel about him and the pride that she carrying in bringing his child forward and making their family complete and them kind of thing like that, it's really like a slap in the face for them. But at the same time too, for his own security, it is necessary. You understand? However, we still need to check that there's a slap in the face for them, that
The reason why I asked the question is because I start off by saying this person, for the most part at least, if he's sane, won't ask you for a paternity test for no reason. If there's no reason for him to ask, he won't ask. So if he does ask, he might have reason. And if he asks because he has a reason, he's not assured enough in being part of the situation and having this kid with you. Now, do you want to raise a kid with somebody that is not 100% assured of the situation that's incoming? So if he is questioning it, you don't have anything to hide, do the test, and then cross that bridge when you get there.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't get it. I just
Yo.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, definitely way more positives than negatives, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. For sure. I agree with it fully, you know. I think it's about time. I don't know, for those people that didn't see us when we was back in Facebook and Instagram days and them kind of thing in the beginning. I've been preaching for something like this since. Okay? The man them know they could tell you.
Look, I see Dahlia put something. I don't know if she put it there before I said what I said or after, but if he's asking, chances are, I'm not saying that it's definite, but if he's asking, it's not sudden. It's not like I understand they have certain people, man and woman, that would fabricate paranoia in their head to create doubt in the person that they're in a situation with. I'm not questioning that. However, some accountability on your part and who you choose to bear this child with or sleep with has to be put into place. And if y'all in a marriage for 10 years and he asks, I assume that you knowing this dude for 10 years is not going, that's what I say, it's not sudden. I'm assuming he would ask for a reason. If there is no reason, then you have a conversation geared towards fixing it.
That was response to Charlie.
Okay. If there's no reason, he either doesn't ask or you just entertain the request. I don't know. I just don't get it. Like if there's no reason, entertain the request, and then when you're proven to be right, and this is the father, you could kick his back in all you want. If there never any problem beforehand, and I know I'm good, he knows I'm good. Why would he suddenly? It's not sudden. Then we go in circles. If it's sudden, then there's something wrong with him. But even so, do you want to not entertain his paranoia at risk of him not being 100% in with the situation with this kid?
But she's saying here she mean like it mean that he's cheating. It could mean that he is cheating. And so that's why he asking her. That's what she mean. That's what she mean.
Yeah, that's a big possibility. That could be a possibility. Wrong on his side. That is a possibility. Yeah, is a possibility. But again, it might be easy for us.
In that case, Dahlia, when I go to do the testing, tell him you want a swab. You want a swab of he pipe dog. And then check the DNA versus your juices and whatever other juices there.
You could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, outside of a court case, you could do that.
I believe so. I think you could ask for that. I know court could make it happen, but outside of you could ask for that. You could swab your pipe.
I don't know. You could do that outside of any lawful reason. I don't know. Like Charlie Coconut say, yeah. Hence, communicate before having kids. Good topic while dating. Yes, very excellent topic while dating. I don't need a test for that. My vagina will tell me.
Very powerful vagina you have there.
Okay. The common scenario is when they go on a break and they slept with other people and then get back together and the girl find out she's pregnant and gets scared to tell the dude she's with. Might not be his. You see, I just look. I want to be clear. I'm not disregarding the perspective that the argument that Dahlia has, and I'm not disregarding at the same time the scenario that Ali just said just now. What I'm saying that they both could be true. Be that as it may, then of course she has to take a test. If not, she's mentally ill. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of.
Wait. Pause before you continue. If anybody got any family right now that's staying in Pelican, a couple of the rooms just bust out in flames. So check on them, make sure that they're good.
Yeah, check that quick.
Proceed.
Yeah, you see, then Dahlia said, "Oh, of course, then she has to take a test. If not, she's mentally ill." I have a lot of people. This is why Lumber said. I think this is why Lumber said originally that people should be vetted before bringing in a child. I have a lot of people that are not mentally well enough to bring in a human into this world now. Because a lot of people really glorify having a kid without the proper thought process of raising a kid.
I'm gonna tell you something. Historically, this is something I read by accident. I read this by accident. Historically, I think it was less than 20% of men that were allowed, that were allowed to bring children forward. Like that, only 20% of them could have been a father, and that was dependent on your position in society, your money or your family's money, and your rank within that family as well. And also, like if two regular low level people was bringing a child forward, they couldn't stay in the village. They had to leave. They had to run away. Or all three of them, meaning the man, the woman, and the child, was going to be executed. You understand? They was that strict about it, in the past, and then afterwards a lot of things changed, and they needed soldiers and this and that and whatnot. So everybody was able to fornicate and whatnot. But even in those kind of times, the children that came from the people on the lower end of the totem pole, they ended up being soldiers and, you know, used for war and those things. And the ones that was from higher up, they end up being like, you know, leadership positions, you know, from birth and those things. You check? So it's crazy.
Look, I was having this conversation. I think I mentioned this in a episode once. It's like a lot of people underestimate what giving birth to somebody is. Like a lot of people really don't realize or acknowledge how much of a big deal that is. It's something to be celebrated, yes, of course, it's a blessing. However, how I see it is like if I bring somebody into this world, I am directly responsible for how this person is going to turn out to contribute to society. And by extension, I am responsible for what type of parent this person I brought into this world is going to be. Now, life choices that this person I brought into the world is going to be on his hands, his or her hands, and they gotta be held accountable for the choices that they make. However, the seeds I plant, I'm responsible for the seeds that I plant in this person that is my seed. You understand? And I don't think people understand that, like, if you are not mentally well, if you are still suffering from significant traumas, depending on what type of trauma it is, of course, I don't think, and if you're not at a certain age or a certain time in your life where you can pass on the proper wisdom to the kid, sorry, I just feel like people just very quick to say, I want to have a kid because this is the natural order of life.
Yeah. That nonsense.
You meet somebody, get married, and then a lot of people have it in their head by the time that they're 25, they're supposed to be having a kid. And it's just like, bro, when I was 25, right? I was so happy I didn't have a kid when I was 25. I didn't know shit. I was 25, but I was still a kid, dog.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, dog. It's like, I just feel like people underestimate the importance of not just having a kid, but raising one. You check it out?
Yep. That's facts, dog. That's facts. No lies told yourself.
Like, people, I don't know why, it's just so glorified, especially on the internet. It's just, and this is why it's just like, look, I understand, as much as I understand that women would feel a way. Let me be clear. We completely understand. I completely understand why you would feel a way as a woman if your man comes to you and asks for a paternity test, whether you know that you're being faithful or not. Whether
I don't understand.
Faithful or not. What you say?
So I'm just jumping. I don't understand.
I sorry, not to cut you off. So I know, but I find that's a crack of shit. Insult. What kind of fuckery is that? If it was, how we gonna be insult if you know it's 100% real? It's just like, well, what Sino was saying. If that's the case, then when it end up to be real, then you could glow to do all the shit you want. But insult, come the fuck on, man. I gotta go.
No, like, listen, I understand.
That's how it is, doing, bro. I feel it, but is that how it is? You know,
that's how it is. It's not just that's how it is. I could see how, like, again, if you've ever been in a position of being accused of something that you didn't do, and no matter how much you fight down, the person that you fighting that with still don't believe you, it's fucking frustrating, though. You understand?
Yeah, but then you also have to come to the realization to yourself that if you know what you're doing, what you did was correct, and you didn't do anything wrong, and that person don't want to believe you, that means they are committed to not believing you for a reason. That means they have their own agenda as well, and that's not somebody you want to be hanging around with. Yes, it's easier said than done, and that's also is very easy to say. But that person has no that person is committed to do it, to have it something against you. I mean, you can probably never change their mind. You will never do good in their head again. So why are you trying to go win over this person?
I agree completely.
Yeah,
However,
yeah. Also, maybe this person damaged. Maybe this person
facts,
damaged,
facts.
and they ain't finished fully healing. You can't put after, let me say, whatever happened, the child end up coming. You can't put a hole on it. You can't say, hey, look now, no, I ain't finished healing. You can't do this, no, this, that, this, that. If she decide, yeah, we're doing this, we're doing this. And at the end of the day, it's like if you don't want to be there, that's your choice. But that's something you gotta agree on. That's a whole
Here's
different
what I
topic.
would,
As a whole
here's
different topic. But maybe the person ain't finished healing, maybe they got bad trust issues, maybe they was traumatized, maybe they were hurt real bad in the past. Like, all these things are part of the issue.
I just look. It's easier said than done. That if this person is committed to not believe in you, it's easier said than done to just say you're gonna just fall back and not be there, because at the end of the day, in this scenario we're talking about, you still don't know if this kid is yours.
And also, at the end of the day, really, 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 like, you can't fully, I mean, you can have a problem with it, but you can't fully fault somebody for wanting to be totally secure in what the situation is.
That's what I said.
That is just a checklist. If that's something that just got to be checked off of the list, just the easiest person mind, then it might be a requirement. But all these things, like was mentioned in the comment section here, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, by Charlie, all these things is things that need to be discussed. Dog. It just got to be a conversation beforehand. Before I decide, well, you want to children, and then the man is got to turn around and say, "But hey, yo, look, no disrespect to you, but all that is cool. But then, before the child born, I need so and so because X, Y, Z be the reasons, and no disrespect to you, but I just gotta get these things off my checklist." Yeah, the terrace, man.
Nah, it's how the camera was.
Oh,
How
so you're outside.
the camera but what was I gonna say there quick? What Sino was saying there, I mean, I understand where you're coming from with not having to know. But then my question is, why as man we just have to wait for the woman permission to go and get a paternity test? Why? Why if it's just as much my child, why I need your permission? You know, I gonna make a generalized statement now, and anybody could come after me if they want, but this is from my experience. When the woman have to make decision for the child, nothing to be run by the father. What school did they go to? Well, what medication they taking? What doctor they going to? None of that being run by the father. But I have to run my shit by you to see if that child is mine or not. But I hold a decent fuck off, Jed, according to Sito.
Yeah. No, look now, look now. I agree with you, and the answer to your question, by that's just I guess how society got a thing set up now. I don't know no place where specifically a rule that have to be like. I think that's just how it organized. That's the best answer I could give, because thing I know where, like how you said, thing I know where that's saying, or that would allow you so easily as a fella to go ahead and say, yeah, you want this, and without having to run it by the mother just so.
Yo, look, right, let me show you something. I'm gonna take my son to the park, and then we're gonna make a quick trip to the doctor's office. Do that swab real quick. What the fuck? Who the fuck is you? I must get your permission. You must name Cheryl.
Yeah,
How the
ask them,
fuck?
ask them.
No,
Nah,
I just saying,
nah.
and we come back as much as I listen. That's what I say. Now we come back full circle. Like I said, I understand as much as I understand why some women would feel away. I still think that a mandatory paternity test necessary.
I think I gonna need somebody who opposed to that come on and explain it to me, because I don't understand it. I
I
agree with you. I don't understand it. I don't
No, but
see
no, but
I
no, but
don't see where they're coming from. Nothing like that. Unless
no,
you can educate me a little bit more.
No, wait. The mandatory paternity test is before the child even born now. Before the child even born, they're going to do the test. They're going to get DNA from the child and thing, and then check it against the father.
I all for that. I'm all
And
for that.
so, but they need. I guess they would need, in a situation like that, they would need the woman consent because they
Okay,
gotta get
okay,
it via
like
her.
that. Yeah,
They gotta get it via
yeah.
her. But the way the law
Okay.
set up now, then they don't need to get it via. It's just mandatory. She can't say no.
But I still all for it. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that should
yeah,
be
yeah.
a universally said something. Cause
Across the board.
then he ain't got no how you say avenues for emotions to come into play about how you feel offended and shit like that. And then ain't going to stop all the cases of both men and women, not women, but men taking care of children that's not theirs.
Well, guess what? This is gonna offend some people, but because there's women, it's gonna be an issue still.
Why you say so?
By because just because something is applied universal don't mean to say they, quote unquote, would be okay with it or accept it. Like how you were saying just now, if it's applied universal, and then an
Oh, okay,
argument.
okay, okay, okay.
If they feel aware about it, and they just only take one now. Once one of them stand up and start to make a ruckus, all of them coming together.
But yeah, okay, they might still not like it, but they can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, no,
We
I ain't saying they could
don't
do anything about it. I just saying like they will just complain
once.
about it.
Yeah, well then it's just like an opinion. They can file a complaint. They can file a complaint. Don't mean we got act necessarily take it to HR. The fuck I see
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Then you see now, then they're gonna come talking to you about the patriarchy, dog.
Nah.
Like, yeah.
Go complain to Lizzo. Shit. Go file your complaint with Lizzo. Shit me up. All right, I got again.
Hey boy. You
So,
guys heard it here first on Drinks with the Fellas, okay? The kind of man has spoken.
man, look, I just saying again. It's like I don't agree with their like. I like okay. Let me just say I understand from a loyal woman's perspective as to why she'd be
Not
taking.
even.
Oh shit. Whew. Oh gosh, boy.
Just make one of us then. Maybe leave it there.
Yeah.
I make one of us. Oh god. Okay, so I was really hoping that we could have gotten a female perspective, somebody to call and but I think okay, I don't know, maybe some of
Well,
the female
maybe not necessarily a female perspective, but the opposing perspective.
opposing
We
perspective.
we
Yeah.
we on YouTube now, so hopefully, if somebody make it through all this and they make it through the end, if you disagree with us, put in the comments why. Because I curious because I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Man,
Man's
we
still
don't
child's
see,
over here.
I don't know, but like all right. I think we've established that we us three at least in this have reached a consensus where we don't understand that shit.
Yeah. Facts.
We don't understand. I don't fully understand. Yeah, I don't. What I don't understand is like if you are being faithful and you don't have any reason not to take the test, take the test. I just don't see the. If you fight me on it, I'm going to then it's gonna going to assume that something ain't right.
There's fuckery afoot.
I gonna use their own logic against them. When they want to be like, oh yeah, if you ain't cheating, let me see your phone. Okay, cool. If you wasn't cheating, let me take that test then. Shit
Yeah,
me up.
yeah.
Facts.
And if you have to go, like I just hope that like more people would be more considerate of the other side, like the men's side, and not. I think that if it goes so far where the person refuses to do so, it's going to the law enforcement and the court have to get involved. if it's being mandated.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, right? If she don't go ahead and do it, and then you as a father don't sign the birth certificate, then the child don't have no father, and she can't force nothing on you neither. Because if it end up going becoming something legal, and the judge asked, but did he do the test? Did you submit for the test? And she said no. Then she don't have a fighting case. You know, so I think it's a loss across the board for them. So I think they're going to comply.
Dahlia, I don't know if the family going to get notified. I gonna keep on repeating myself until somebody comes up with an argument that might broaden or shift my perspective on the matter. But state Tesla. Jack, like, for your peace of mind, you would like me to comply. This is a whole human being here. I would love to be reassured before. I would love for you to comply so I can be reassured and raising this human being. That, with that being said, this is Drinks with the Fellas, episode 71. Thank y'all again for being here. If you like what's going on here, please like, subscribe, and share. And do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. We have a question though. Why can't testing be done as child is born along with other testing and no signature on the birth paper as well? I don't know. I'm assuming that somebody has this is a life, and somebody has to sign to take responsibility of this life as soon as this life has been brought to the world. I
Yeah,
assume.
but they need to check that in advance.
You understand? So before, that's basically it's like prevention is better than a cure, kind of.
A vibe like that, I guess.
So before the child is here, see not who the father is, but whether that person you say the father is the real father. If it's not, then you gotta find out who the father is or the child is born. And then you could present it to the actual father and be like, hey, this is your child. Are you going to take responsibility, yes or no? But do not assume that somebody that's not reassured in the situation is going to just in complete comfort comply and just assume responsibility. Like there's going to be some rift until that's a serious thing. That's gonna be in the back of the person's head.
Mm-hmm.
That's a serious thing, and you want this child to be raised in a place in a loving environment where both people are fully invested into it. So I don't know. For the sake of the child, just do it. Just do it. Like honestly speaking, ain't about me, ain't about you, ain't about him, it's like just do it for the sake of the kid. Like I know we make it, I know we're talking in the sense of like the guy having the right to know and the girl feeling this way and whether you agree and understand or not. It's not about us, it's about the kid.
Facts.
Your stomach and the universe cool if just take the baby blood. But how I don't know how long that procedure might be, but the government and the hospital is I don't know if the government and I don't know what the laws is and how insurance is and all kind of stuff. All stuff goes in goes on in hospitals and stuff like that. And no codes for that. I don't know. I was just assuming, at least in the States, because this is a mandate of the United States. I just assuming that somebody has to take responsibility for this. I think that's actually what happens. If somebody has to take responsibility for this kid that was born. So to have that go smoothly, they would rather know who the father is before the child is born rather than after the child is born, because if he signs the birth certificate and it turns out to not be the father, have a lot of states in the states where they, even if you're not the father, you sign the birth certificate and you still legally binded to this child financially.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. So that's why in the states, particularly, that's why it's a thing in that state. Well, before the child is born, as much as it's not exactly healthy or comfortable while you're pregnant to do that, I'm assuming that that could be the reason as to why it could be left open. Many has not signed and be acknowledged after. Okay, I stand corrected. I don't know. I don't know the laws over there. The America is not a real place. A wild place.
Let me tell you something. America is the reason why the aliens just look at us and just keep it moving now. Okay, you see how we just walk past the ants outside. We can have a conversation with an ant. We on a higher level than an ant. That's how the aliens just look at us.
Unless state by state. Yeah. They have a bunch of states that have different laws than on the state.
Yeah, because once like I said, once you register the baby, um, and on the birth certificate don't have no father or anything like that, it'll be a pain in the ass dealing with the census to go and register a father afterwards. It'll be a real pain in the ass, though. Like the paperwork and the red tape and all kind of shit like that. It'll be a pain in the ass. Down here in St. Martin too, actually. We as well, we had us work a law firm self had to like get involved and like almost actually take it all the way to court to get them to, just allow the man to acknowledge he kid. And not even because he didn't want to, but just at the time when the child born, he was away because I think his mother was passing away or something like that. So it was like, he had to go and bury his mother and this, that, and this thing happened, and then he couldn't reach back. And by the time he reached back and wanted to do what he had to do, it was a pain in the ass, dog. So I think that is why them are trying to avoid having to do it that way specifically.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I ain't gonna lie. This been a heavy load of conversations in this I-winded.
I still don't understand.
Hey, look, let's just chalk it up to none of us understand. Yeah?
I just don't understand why ain't gotta be that deep, dog.
Yo, you know what I don't understand? I don't understand why tomorrow gotta be Monday, dog. That's why I don't understand.
Yeah, as soon as you said I want to go sleep one time, no, like I want
Hi, boy.
to go straight to sleep right now.
We got any shots?
No, no shots.
No shots.
No. People don't want to hear us talk about whatever it is they want us to talk about or whatever situations that they got going on.
It's because
Yeah. Say it. No. Say it. Say it.
Say
Say it.
it. Say it. Ah.
Oh, you're not gonna say it? Okay, cool. Thank you for us reaching 9 likes. We had 9 likes. Yes, 9 likes. Thank you. But please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that notification bell. Share. with anybody else that you feel that need to be part of this conversation. I ain't gonna lie, if somebody is willing to come in and oppose our perspective and opinion on a matter that we're talking about, that we was talking about just now, I kind of down to revisit this conversation in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand.
What the fuck?
So before registration, you do the test. Yes, you can pre-register, but waiting until after birth, and again, many women die during birth. That took a dark turn. And the child didn't consider this conflict of don't even. Kind of stifle. I don't know.
So
I think, huh?
Nah. You know, next episode, we're gonna do a story time. I've had many untold story times that I think we could have in here. You know, recent ones, not from the past, recent shit, like, that's happened, in 2023.
Next episode, right?
Next, not now, next.
Because I don't know if I could. Not your story.
You know if you're ready.
I am never ready for your stories. I think I right there with Kana now.
Okay, wait, hold on. Make I check something. 2 weeks from now, Sunday is what?
Oh snap! 2 weeks from now, I might not be. Let me see.
2 weeks from now, Sunday is my mother body. Still, I from now, I'm gonna be here.
Next episode is the 27th.
Yeah, that's Terry body.
2 weeks from now, I'm gonna be in London.
So you want to try hit it for this next Sunday? We're coming here then.
I think we should push it in this Sunday. This next
Sunday we're
Sunday.
coming on, right?
Yeah.
This Sunday, yeah.
Let's discuss this off live.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. No problem.
All
Party problem. Anyhow, bless up by yourself. Thanks for coming through.
Okay, so Lomba, you got any plugs?
Yo, this was Drinks with the Fellas. Don't touch me fucking chairs, them. Hold it down. Bless up by yourself. Body positivity. Don't shoot nobody in the foot. Don't sign until you know it's yours. And yeah, bless up thyself. We appreciate that you coming through here listening to the nonsense. It's a Sunday, y'all could be resting for tomorrow, but I'll choose to kick it here with us. This is a lumberman, coming to you live here from St. Martin. Bless up yourself.
I ain't got no plugs. Thank y'all for coming. Big shout out, especially to Kana, because this in and out, popping out shit.
It was on point.
Shout out Kana self.
Yeah, at least we know he in and out game strong.
Yeah. My dumbass like yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for joining. We appreciate y'all being here. We reached up to 11 viewers. That's really great. I'm glad we got to 9 likes. Yes, 9 likes. 9 likes. Yes. See y'all next time. We're gonna let y'all know if it's next week or not the week after, but the week after that in September. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. Stay safe. Watch these man in the clubs. And hopefully there's man like me and Lumber around that will do that work. Like Lumber say, don't body shame, especially if you shame your body. Don't shoot nobody, particularly in the
Unnecessarily.
unnecessarily. You know. Yeah. See y'all next time. Peace.